All right, so today I want to talk about the JavaScript Array Method Splice. And Splice is really a cool little pre-built JavaScript array method that is very useful for certain situations where you might have an error somewhere in the middle of a big array list, and you need to modify the something in the middle. As you guys I'm sure know, push, pop, unshift, shift are really helpful for removing items at either the beginning or ends of the array, or adding items at the beginning or ends of array. So typically I see splice used more often when you need to modify an array, but you need to add or remove multiple items somewhere in the middle. So and I mean, even it can be at the beginning or the end, but it's just a more helpful way to see it at the beginning, or in the middle. So anyways, let me jump in with an example before I get to talking too long here. So let's say we have a array full of toppings for the pizzas that we sell. So we've got pepperoni, um, mushroom, and then pineapple. Okay, and let's say, for example, somewhere along the way we've figured out that we've got mushroom misspelled in our toppings, and also we just got a shipment in of olives, and we need to be able to add that to our toppings array. So this is a perfect example of where Splice comes in and comes to the rescue. So with one line here, we can say toppings dot splice, and the first argument that you want to pass into Splice is where you're going to start your modifications. So the index of where you're going to start your modifications. So in our case, we're going to start modifying at index number 1. And so we will put 1 as the first argument. And the second argument to Splice is how many items you want to remove. So because mushroom is the only item that's spelled wrong, we only want to remove 1 item. And what we want to do next is now add in the correct spelling of mushrooms, and also add in our new shipment of olives. So what this will do is it will modify our original array, it will remove 1 item at the first index, and then basically append the rest in place. So what we can do is console log toppings now. Remember, we're console logging our original array, and this should do exactly what we're hoping for it to do. And we can see in our output here, we've got pepperoni, mushrooms, olives, pineapple. And this is a perfect example use case of Splice where you need to modify and add to an array, and you don't want to do it in multiple lines of code. So the only other thing I'll show you, and I'm gonna keep this video short because I know there's tons of different examples of Splice you could use. Let's say we want to hold the misspelled or the removed item in a variable. So let's call this mushrooms. Let's say we have it correct here. But let's say in our splice this time, we want to remove mushrooms and be able to hold it to maybe use it again. So we're going to splice at the index 1, 1 item, and then we're going to add our olives. And let's say this is our splice for right now. Well, what's interesting about Splice is it actually returns the removed values if we have them. So let's say removed item equals topping splice 1, 1, and olives. So what this is going to do is it's going to splice this value, and it's going to assign it to removed item, and we will be able to use that in the future if we want. So I'm going to console log removed item, and I'm going to console log toppings just to show how this works. So again, we'll run splice with node, and we'll get mushrooms saved in our removed item variable, and then we get pepperoni, olives, pineapple in our toppings array here. And that is splice for you.